Welcome back. Welcome back. You are listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on KCBQ 1170. Joined, as always, by my co-host, Mr. Jason Hall with Carson Chargers and TeamHomeLoans.com.
Get over Carson Chargers, Kyle.
It's kind of burned in my brain now. It's just the way you're going to be introduced until it becomes official.
Oh, wow.
And then I probably can't say it anymore because they're going to have like trademarks on it. So
if you're listening, text Kyle. Give him a hard time. My other fellow Charger fans out there. We are not going to let him go, Kyle.
You can do whatever the hell you want, but the Chargers are going to do what they want. So
that's true. But we can still keep the name. We can keep the name.
You could keep the name.
Spanos
possibly.
can take his football team, but not take my Chargers.
All right. You hold on to that.
I am.
Okay, I love it. So before the break, we were talking with Nathan Craig, insurance specialist over at Lundy Insurance Service, just dropping some serious knowledge on us regarding what's going on with the healthcare options out there for you, whether an individual, small business, mid-market business. If you want to connect with Nathan, shoot us a text, give us a call, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. So I want to turn the attention to Mr. Sean Locklear, the newest member of the Whissel Realty team, coming to us out of Eastlake. And Sean, you're a millennial, right? 30 years old.
Absolutely.
You fall into the millennial bucket. So there's this article that was put out recently that Trulia wrote, and it is the stupidest article I've read about home ownership in a long time. And what they're trying to tell people, here's the title of it. It takes 18 years to save for a down payment. Harsh reality for young home buyers. And this is the most ludicrous article I've seen in a long time. And what they're trying to say is that the average household is earning $89,000 a year in San Diego. And they're just assuming you're going to save 10% of that income every year.
$8,900.
$8,900. And they're saying you're going to have to save that money for 18 years before you have enough to buy a house at a median price of $589 because you need to put 20% down.
Which is so
almost ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it a little bit later.
I wouldn't agree with that.
How many first-time home buyers, Sean, have you seen put 20% down?
Not 20% down, obviously.
Almost none.
Right.
Right.
Usually they're doing 3.5 to 5%, so that doesn't really make any sense. And even at that time, they're going for more of the $300,000 price point. So,
Yeah, I mean, how many people are jumping into home ownership and going straight to a almost $600,000 house, putting a full 20% down? I mean, that just doesn't happen. I think this is such a discouraging article to millennial. Nathan, you're millennial. Everybody in the studio other than Jason. I don't know what came before baby boomer, but whatever was before baby boomer, Jason's era. I mean, we're all millennials here, and this article just seems crazy. And I think it's really misleading to people because people are going to see this and think, oh man, I'm never going to own a home. I should just keep renting. And they're going to go out there and rent these ridiculous, Vegas style apartments that are out there. They're building right now with pools and movie theaters. And one of our agents lives in has a carousel and a bowling alley and a grocery store.
Nice.
And, tanning and all this crazy stuff. And, that's just not the case. So one of the greatest markets in San Diego for millennials to buy in is the Eastlake market. And that's why I wanted to have you in here, Sean, is, the median value down there is so affordable. It's not this $589,000 that they're talking about in this article. What do homes go for down in the Eastlake area?
Typically a first-time home buyer is going to be buying in the $300,000 range, which is going to be typically putting them into a condo.
Right.
So, I mean, I think the first thing any first-time home buyer should consult with someone like Jason Hall with
Team Home Loans.
Team Home Loans.
Good,
Thank you.
He's hired. I like him already there.
Before they actually start to get discouraged. And then second of all, consult me, and then we can take you around to show you what's actually out there in your price range. But first of all, just to tell you a little bit about myself.
So you're a San Diego native?
Absolutely.
Right.
So I was born in Coronado.
All right.
And actually relocated over in
Hotel del Coronado?
Were you born on the island?
Absolutely.
You were?
Absolutely.
Is there a hospital on the island?
There is a hospital on the island.
Okay.
They stopped doing the baby deliveries about a year or so after I was born. So I was fortunate enough to be able to say that I was born in Coronado.
Okay.
So
didn't live there very long.
Because I don't think I've met many, if any, people that say they're born in Coronado.
Right. So
Sean, congratulations. I'm like, why didn't you open up with that? But I'm sitting here, Kyle, going, think about it. I didn't even know there was a hospital. That's why I thought maybe he was a military kid. Mom
exactly. That was my next thing was, I was born into a military family. My dad served as a Navy SEAL for over 33 years. So
that's awesome, man.
So, yeah.
Thank him for his service.
Absolutely. I appreciate that, but we actually lived in an apartment. And then when they could afford it, just like any other home first-time home buyer, we relocated, and that was over into the East Lake Shores area. And that was
Probably
about,
when that first opened, right?
absolutely.
Your parents were in there earlier.
They started the development about in
Early 90s.
1986,
Okay.
I believe. So, yeah, I can still remember when we're driving down Otay Lakes Road, and you could actually see pastures and cows driving on the south side of the Otay Lakes Road.
Right before there was Otay Ranch.
Right, exactly, and that was pretty interesting. It was actually a two-lane road.
It's like a highway.
Hence where
it was
the
like
ranch,
a highway.
hence where the word ranch comes from in Otay Ranch,
Right.
because it actually used to be ranch properties there.
Just like
a lot of
Scripps
people don't know
Ranch
that.
and Forest Ranch and
yeah,
Pretty much everywhere was ranch. I mean,
Yeah.
let's be honest. San Diego was all ranches at one point, other than the downtown Golden Hill area.
Hey,
And then-
why didn't our parents own ranches, Kyle?
I don't know. Our ranch, check this
Nathan,
out. We had
Sean.
all the crazy weather this weekend, and the pig ranch got struck by lightning 4 times.
Bacon.
No bacon.
Oh, man.
No
don't go there.
bacon.
Don't go there.
Yeah.
Don't go there,
Wow.
Nathan. We save pigs, Nathan. We save pigs.
Well,
Yeah, let's hope Brittany's not listening to that segment
she
there.
she'll claw your eyes
You're not
out.
going to be allowed over to the house or the ranch there, Nate.
Turkey
Yeah,
bacon.
we got a
Turkey
palm
bacon.
tree got struck, lit on fire, had to have the
One
fire
time.
department come out, and then the house got struck and blew the electric panel up in the house. Like, the storm was insane up in Ramona. So, yeah, ranch property, apparently not a good idea.
All right, so
when
let's
it's
get back to
thunderstorm.
Sean here in East Lake. So your family settled down in East Lake. Your dad probably got a VA loan, probably got it with no money down, no closing costs.
You know, they
You
were
know.
they were definitely house broke when they first got into their first house. Typically, just how every other first time home buyer is. You know, they struggled for a little bit, but they made it work. You know,
So you grew with the community.
absolutely.
So
And
you went to military. I'm thinking military school, but no, you went to elementary school there. junior
elementary
high.
school, I went to Rancho Del Rey Middle, and then I graduated from the East Lake High School. So I've been there.
The East Lake High School. I like
The
that.
East
I
Lake
love
is
it.
a-
See?
So, I mean, what's going on in East Lake? Why would somebody want to live in the East Lake community?
Well, I got to tell you, the community has really boomed since they had put the 125 connector connecting all the way down to the border nowadays, and it's grown so much, it's unbelievable. You know, they've put all kinds of stuff down there. There's shopping centers, a 24 movie theater. There's malls, all kinds of great restaurants. Via Lago, which is actually
So what price ranges are we looking at? What's like your low range first time buyer coming in at?
it's usually about a $300,000 condo, but if you want to buy a house, it's going to be around $550,000.
That puts you in a newer home, maybe not brand new, but newer within the last 10, 15
Right,
years.
right.
I love it. And that's the great thing in East Lake. It's mostly newer construction. The majority of East Lake was built from, the mid 80s on, a lot of it in the 90s, early 2000s. They're still building down there. It's a growing community. If you want to connect with Sean, our East Lake specialist, give us a call or shoot us a text, 619-663-7355, 619-663-SELL. When we get back, I want to talk about a listing we have coming in the East Lake community that's not available to the
Nice.
public yet. So we want to give that to you, our listeners here on Whissel Wednesdays. You are listening to KCBQ 1170.